Hi guys, welcome to FTM Transtastic. I'm Emil and this week we are talking about concerts or shows that we have been to. Now, I haven't been to a lot of concerts or shows at all, but I can talk about the ones that I want to go to. But I have been to some. I have been to one play, if that counts, as within the realm of and concept of shows. But it was a really cool play. I'm going to tell you about it. Christian and I went to a play last year, it must have been, I think, yeah. It was a play on Die Welle. I probably butchered that pronunciation. The Wave. It's this, it's a book, I think, that was then turned into a movie. I don't remember if it's based on a true story or not. But it's about this teacher that conducts a social experiment in their class with, like, kids, trying to show them how easy it is to create, I guess, like a cult-like thing without people noticing that it's happening within themselves. We went to this play not knowing anything except what it was going to be about. Turns out it's not stage, audience, it's a room with benches and chairs. It's a classroom. We're all gonna sit in the classroom, like the audience and the actors. And it was so cool because you were in the middle of this and it really gave you this creepy feeling. Because you knew what was happening. The characters weren't, but you knew what was happening. You know, one of the actors, he was terrifying when he had like a temper tantrum. This big guy, deep voice, screaming, like terrifying, but it was so cool and I really liked it. And it was like the perfect amount of audience interaction. But there are a lot of musicals that I want to see. I'm not like a huge concert person because I don't do well with loud noises for extended periods of time. I don't do well with tightly packed crowds. I get very, very anxious and it's very hard to predict for me if I'm going to go there and really enjoy my time and have a fantastic time or if I'm gonna have an anxiety attack. I would love to see Ed Sheeran live if I could sit in a chair sort of further back and just listen. I guess Panic at the Disco would be cool. Fall Out Boy, I'd definitely like to see Fall Out Boy. It's been a dream of mine ever since I found out that the Lion King musical exists. I must have been like 13 or 14 when I found this out. I was like, I have to see it, but it wasn't coming to Sweden. I couldn't afford it. I just never had an opportunity when I have been able to afford it and have the time to really go to London and see it. It was so annoying because last year when Christian and I went to New York, we looked up tickets for Broadway musicals, but it was too expensive. We couldn't go because the tickets in themselves cost quite a lot of money. It's a dream of mine because The Lion King was my favorite movie growing up, both the first and the second one, and it's just been such a big part of my life. I had the soundtrack both on English and Swedish on CD. I would listen to it all the time. I would make up this little dances and it was, it's just a big part of my life and I still love it so much, so I really want to see the musical. I'm just gonna have to take the bull by the horns and make sure to actually get it done because I really want to see that musical. It's like this fear I have that it's gonna stop running before I get to see it live and I'm gonna die because it's so cool. Like the set design and the costumes that they have, it's amazing. And you show me 10 seconds of any scene from that musical, I'm gonna start crying because it's so beautiful. And I also would really like to see Rent. Rent is my favorite musical because The Lion King is, I mean, I love The Lion King as a movie and I think as far as a show and like a set and costumes go, that's the coolest one. But when it comes to the story, Rent is my favorite. And it was also the first like musical that I saw that wasn't a Disney movie, because technically Disney movies are musicals. And if you didn't know, my cat's name is Elphaba.
You're named after a character in a musical. Yes, you are. Okay.
Anyway, Rent is my favorite musical, whatever that means, and I even have a tattoo related to Rent planned, and it's gonna be really cool. Anyway, there are a lot of musicals that I'd love to see. Obviously, I'd also love to see Wicked, because my cat's name is Elphaba. So many musicals. Pretty much all of them. If you give me a ticket to a musical, I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna say no thank you. So yeah, I'm a lot more of a musical person than a concert person. I think mainly because of the sensory sensitivity that I have. So, this was my very rambly video for this week. And I hope you are all doing well, and I will see you next week. Love you. Bye.